Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Golden Wisdom Daily, your go-to place for tips on living a healthy, joyful, and fulfilling life as we embrace our golden years. I'm so happy to have you here today, whether you're joining me from the US, the UK, or anywhere else in the world. If you're new to the channel, I'm your name, and I'm here to share practical, heartfelt advice to help you feel your best, especially after 60. Today, we're diving into something that so many of us struggle with as we age: sleep. Oh, I know how frustrating it can be to toss and turn, staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering why sleep just won't come. Let's be real. Getting a good night's sleep is like gold, isn't it? When we were younger, maybe we could get by with a few restless nights. But as we hit our 60s and beyond, quality sleep becomes a cornerstone of our health. It affects our energy, our mood, our memory, and even how our body heals. I've heard from so many of you in the comments, emails, and even from friends in my own life saying things like, "I just can't fall asleep," or "I wake up at 3 a.m. and can't get back to sleep." Does that sound familiar? If it does, you're not alone, and I'm so glad you're here today because I've got something special for you. In today's video, I'm going to share 7 drinks that help you sleep better after 60. These are simple, natural drinks you can easily make at home, and they're backed by science and tradition to help you relax, unwind, and drift off into a restful slumber. I'm not just throwing random recipes at you. These drinks are chosen because they work with your body to promote relaxation, reduce stress, and support healthy aging. I'll walk you through each one, explain why it works, and share some tips on how to make it part of your nighttime routine. Plus, I'll throw in a few personal stories and insights from my own journey to make this feel like a cozy chat between friends. Before we get started, I want to remind you that I'm not a doctor, but I've spent years researching and learning from experts to bring you the best tips for living well in our golden years. If you have any health conditions or take medications, please check with your doctor before trying new drinks or supplements. Okay? Safety first. All right. Let's grab a cozy seat, maybe a blanket, and let's dive into these soothing drinks that can help you sleep like a baby, or at least a very relaxed senior. Drink 1, warm chamomile tea. Let's start with a classic, chamomile tea. If you've ever heard someone say, "Have a cup of chamomile tea before bed," there's a reason for it. This gentle, floral tea has been used for centuries to calm the mind and body, and it's like a warm hug in a mug. Chamomile is a superstar when it comes to sleep, especially for those of us over 60, because it works in a few different ways to help you relax. Chamomile contains something called apigenin, a natural compound that binds to specific receptors in your brain, helping to reduce anxiety and promote sleepiness. Think of it like a gentle nudge to your brain, saying, "Hey, it's time to wind down." Studies have shown that chamomile can improve sleep quality, especially for older adults who struggle with insomnia. I remember when my Aunt Linda, who's now 72, started drinking chamomile tea every night. She used to call me and say, "I don't know what's in this stuff, but it's like magic." She went from waking up every hour to sleeping a solid 6 or 7 hours. That's the kind of difference we're talking about. Here's how to make it. Boil a cup of water and steep a chamomile tea bag, or about a tablespoon of loose chamomile flowers, for 5 to 10 minutes. The longer you steep, the stronger the flavor, but don't overdo it or it might taste bitter. You can add a tiny bit of honey if you like a touch of sweetness, but honestly, I love it plain. Sip it about 30 minutes before bed and make it a ritual. Maybe light a candle, put on some soft music, or read a few pages of a book while you drink it. It's not just about the tea. It's about creating a calming routine that tells your body, sleep is coming. One thing to keep in mind, chamomile is generally safe, but if you're allergic to ragweed or daisies, you might want to check with your doctor, as chamomile is in the same plant family. Also, if you're on blood thinners, talk to your doctor, as chamomile can have a mild blood thinning effect. But for most of us, it's a gentle, effective way to ease into sleep. Try it for a week and see how you feel. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Drink 2, warm milk with a pinch of nutmeg. Next up is a drink that takes me right back to my childhood, warm milk. I know it sounds so simple, but there's a reason our grandmas swore by a glass of warm milk before bed. And when you add a tiny pinch of nutmeg, it becomes a sleep-inducing powerhouse. This drink is perfect for those of us over 60 because it's comforting, easy to digest, and packed with nutrients that support relaxation. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that your body converts into serotonin and melatonin, two chemicals that help regulate your sleep cycle. Melatonin, in particular, is like your body's natural sleep switch, and it becomes even more important as we age because our bodies produce less of it over time. Nutmeg, on the other hand, has natural sedative properties. Just a tiny pinch. Don't go overboard because too much nutmeg can be harmful, can amplify the calming effects of the milk. Here's how I make it. Warm a cup of milk, whole skim, or even a plant-based milk like almond or oat milk works, on the stove or in the microwave until it's just hot, not boiling. Stir in a tiny pinch of ground nutmeg. Seriously, less than 1/8 of a teaspoon is plenty. You can also add a drop of vanilla extract for extra coziness. Sip it slowly, maybe while sitting in your favorite chair, and let the warmth soothe you. I started doing this a few years ago when I was going through a stressful time, and it was like my body just sighed with relief. A quick tip. If dairy doesn't agree with you, try a plant-based milk, but make sure it's unsweetened to avoid a sugar spike that could keep you awake. Also, if you're lactose intolerant, oat or almond milk is a great alternative. This drink is all about comfort, so make it your own. Maybe share it with your spouse or a friend and have a little nighttime chat. It's amazing how something so simple can feel so luxurious. Drink 3, Tart Cherry Juice Spritzer. Now, let's talk about something a little more exciting. Tart cherry juice. This isn't your average fruit juice. Tart cherry juice is like a secret weapon for better sleep, especially for those of us in our 60s and beyond. Tart cherries are one of the few natural sources of melatonin, that sleep hormone I mentioned earlier. Research shows that drinking tart cherry juice can increase melatonin levels in your body, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Plus, it's packed with antioxidants that support overall health, like reducing inflammation, which is a big deal as we age. I first learned about tart cherry juice from a friend who's a retired nurse. She swore by it for her patients who struggle with sleep, and when I tried it, I was hooked. It's got this tangy, refreshing taste that feels like a treat, but it's working hard behind the scenes to help you rest. Here's how to make a tart cherry juice spritzer. Mix about 4 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice with 4 ounces of sparkling water for a lighter, fizzier drink. You can serve it over ice and maybe add a slice of lemon for a little zest. Drink about an hour before bed to give your body time to absorb the melatonin. One thing to watch out for. Tart cherry juice can be a bit tart, as the name suggests, so if you prefer it sweeter, you can mix in a tiny bit of honey or stevia, but go easy to avoid sugar keeping you awake. Also, make sure you're buying 100% pure tart cherry juice, not a blend with added sugars or other fruits. You can find it at most grocery stores or online. I've had so many of you tell me in the comments that this drink changed your sleep game. Try it and let me know how it works for you. Before we move on to the next drink, I want to take a quick moment to say thank you for being part of this amazing Golden Wisdom Daily community. Your comments, your stories, and your support mean the world to me. If you're finding this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps more people find our videos. And if you know someone who could use these sleep tips, share this video with them. It's such a simple way to spread a little wisdom and help someone sleep better. Oh, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our weekly tips for living your best life after 60. We got so much more to share, from healthy aging hacks to ways to stay active and joyful. All right, let's get back to those drinks. Drink 4, lavender-infused almond milk. All right, let's get a little fancy with our next drink, lavender-infused almond milk. Now, I know what you're thinking. Lavender? Isn't that for soap or candles? But hear me out. This drink is like a spa experience in a glass, and it's perfect for those of us over 60 who want to relax deeply before bed. Lavender has been used for centuries to calm the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and promote sleep. Pair it with almond milk, which is gentle on the stomach and contains magnesium, a mineral that helps relax your muscles. And you've got a recipe for sweet dreams. I discovered this drink when I visited a wellness retreat a few years ago. The instructor served us this warm, fragrant almond milk before a yoga session, and I slept like a rock that night. Here's how to make it. Warm a cup of unsweetened almond milk, or any milk you prefer, on the stove. Add a teaspoon of dried culinary lavender. Make sure it's food grade, not the kind for potpourri. Let it steep for about 5 minutes. Then strain out the lavender. You can add a touch of honey, or a sprinkle of cinnamon if you like. Sip it slowly, maybe while doing some light stretching or listening to a calming podcast. A word of caution: lavender is powerful, so don't use too much, as it can be overwhelming. Also, if you're new to lavender, start with a small amount to make sure it agrees with you. This drink is perfect for those nights when you feel a little wound up, maybe after a busy day with the grandkids or a stressful moment. It's like giving yourself permission to slow down and just be. Try it and let me know in the comments how it feels. Drink 5, Golden Milk Turmeric Latte. Next, we have a drink that's become a bit of a superstar in the wellness world. Golden Milk, also known as a turmeric latte. This warm, golden-hued drink is not only delicious, but also a fantastic way to support sleep and overall health, especially for those of us in our 60s and beyond. Turmeric, the main ingredient, contains curcumin, which has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. But the real sleep magic comes from combining turmeric with warm milk and spices like cinnamon and ginger, which help calm your body and mind. Golden Milk is a staple in Ayurvedic medicine, and I started drinking it a few years ago when I was looking for ways to ease some joint stiffness and improve my sleep. It's like a cozy blanket for your insides. Here's how to make it. Warm a cup of milk, dairy, or plant-based on the stove. Add half a teaspoon of ground turmeric, a pinch of cinnamon, a pinch of ginger, and a tiny bit of black pepper. Yes, black pepper. It helps your body absorb the curcumin. Stir in a teaspoon of honey or maple syrup for sweetness, and simmer for a few minutes. Strain if you're using fresh turmeric or ginger, and sip about 30 minutes before bed. This drink is especially great if you deal with aches and pains that keep you up at night, as turmeric's anti-inflammatory properties can help. Just a heads up, turmeric can stain, so be careful with your favorite white pajamas. Also, if you're on medications like blood thinners, check with your doctor, as turmeric can have similar effects. I love making this on chilly evenings. It's like a warm hug before bed. Give it a try and share your thoughts in the comments. Drink 6, Banana Peel Tea. Okay, this next one might sound a little unusual, but stick with me. Banana peel tea. Yes, you heard that right. The peel of the banana is packed with nutrients like magnesium and potassium, which help relax your muscles and nerves, making it easier to fall asleep. For those of us over 60, muscle cramps or restlessness can be a real sleep thief, and this drink is a surprisingly effective remedy. Plus, it's a great way to use something you'd normally throw away. I was skeptical when I first heard about banana peel tea, but a friend in my book club swore by it. She said it helped her restless legs and helped her sleep through the night. I gave it a try and wow, it's now a go-to in my house. Here's how to make it. Take a clean organic banana peel, wash it well first. Cut it into pieces and boil it in a cup of water for about 10 minutes. Strain the liquid, and you've got a mild, slightly sweet tea. You can add a touch of honey or cinnamon if you want, but I find it's fine on its own. Drink it about an hour before bed. One thing to note, always use organic bananas to avoid pesticides as you're using the peel. Also, if you're on potassium-restricted diets, talk to your doctor first. This drink is budget-friendly, eco-friendly, and a great conversation starter at your next family dinner. Try it for a week and let me know in the comments if it helps you sleep better. Drink 7, Peppermint Tea with a Twist. Last but not least, let's talk about peppermint tea with a little twist. Peppermint is known for its refreshing, cooling flavor, but it's also a fantastic way to relax before bed, especially if stress or digestion issues are keeping you awake. For those of us over 60, digestion can slow down and bloating or discomfort can make it hard to sleep. Peppermint helps soothe your stomach and calm your mind, making it a double win. The twist? I like to add a tiny bit of lemon balm to my peppermint tea. Lemon balm is another herb that's been used for centuries to reduce anxiety and promote sleep. Together, they're like a dynamic duo for relaxation. Here's how to make it. Boil a cup of water and steep a peppermint tea bag or a tablespoon of dried peppermint leaves with a pinch of dried lemon balm for 5 to 10 minutes. You can add a touch of honey if you like it sweet. Sip it slowly, maybe while doing some deep breathing or journaling about your day. I started drinking this after a friend recommended it for my occasional indigestion, and I noticed I was not only sleeping better, but also waking up feeling refreshed. Peppermint is widely available, and lemon balm can be found at health food stores or online. Just a heads up, if you have acid reflux, peppermint might not be the best choice, so check with your doctor. Otherwise, this is a light, refreshing way to end your day. Let me know in the comments if you try this one. Well, there you have it, my friends. 7 simple, natural drinks to help you sleep better after 60. From the soothing warmth of chamomile tea to the surprising magic of banana peel tea, these drinks are all about helping you relax, unwind, and get the rest you deserve. I hope you'll try at least one of these and make it part of your nighttime routine. Sleep is so important for our health and happiness, and I want you to feel your best every single day. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which drink are you most excited to try? Maybe you've got a favorite sleep remedy of your own. Share it with our community so we can all learn from each other. And if you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up, share it with a friend or family member, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Here at Golden Wisdom Daily, we're all about sharing practical, heartfelt tips to help you live your best life in your golden years. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I know how busy life can be, and I'm honored that you chose to hang out with me today. Here's to better sleep, better health, and more joyful days ahead. Sweet dreams, my friends, and I'll see you in the next video.